Well, today we're going to cook that one turkey that I cook a year. I might as well film it while we're doing it. I picked up this 10-pound bird. First tip of the day, put this thing in the fridge like a week in advance because it's like a block of ice. Here you just see me checking, make sure rigor's not set in. Everything's looking good. So I'm going to go a little untraditional on this one. We're going to spatchcock this bird and make it tasty. We're going to step away from the golden brown, herby chicken. Nope, it's a turkey, ain't it? Alright, so once I get my scissors back together, we're going to cut this spine out. You've seen many of folks do it on turkeys and chickens, but you'll have to watch me do it. So we're going to go down this one side, right down the spine, and speed things up, flip to the other side, and cut her off. And this here would be the part of the video where all the cool kids say, you can save this and make stock. Well, us not so cool kids, throw it in the trash. And moving on, we're going to cut this little piece of cartilage right here up in front of the breastbone and snap her in half. That way she can lay flat. We're going to speed this cook up. Now, I watched Mr. Matt Pittman from Meat Church do this on his turkey video, and I said, I can do that. So we're going to try to remove this breastbone. Now, he just took a little cut down each side and pulled it out. Typical MOJO fashion, it takes me like 8 minutes. So we're going to speed it up, and there it is. Throw it over in the stock pile. And it's time to clean this bird up just a little bit. We'll cut off all the loose skin that you don't want. This here the old turkey neck disease. You got plenty of skin. And any sharp bones that kind of make you mad when you cut your finger on it. And I think that's it. So now we're going to pat her dry. Get ready for the net. Oh, wash your hands. If turkey sick is anything like chicken sick, we don't want it. And it being 2020, anything's possible. And turkey sick will probably kill you. So we're going to get the bottom side of this bird rubbed down. We're going to start out with some Mississippi grit. It's a good salt, pepper, garlic, made by some pretty good guys. And we're going to go heavy. I told you non-traditional, we're going to build a bark on this bird. Then the guys over at MOJO, he's got this barbecue rub. Pretty cool guy, pretty good rub. And the old Malcolm Reed's TX. Good salt, coarse pepper. And that's going to be delicious. So let's turn her over, get her on a wire rack. That way, easier to move around on the smoker. And we're going to turn these wings back. Just to, I don't know, everybody does it. And this is what your bird's supposed to look like to this point. So this thing was injected from the turkey plant, but it didn't have flavor. So we're going to add a little flavor. Here I've got some Fenneman's Mandarin and Seville Orange Jigger. It's got a little ginger root and other stuff in it. I'm going to read the instructions. It says up in the bottle. And boy, did they trick me because I made a mess. As you can see, my big old belly caught half of it. So I'm going to inject only half of this bird with this here orange concoction. And I'm going to go heavy. I'm going to try to get all 12 ounces in half this bird. We're going in the breast. We're going in the thighs. We're going in the legs. We're even going to hit the wings with it if we can. And for the other half, I've got some, I can't pronounce this, but it's Sprecher Cherry Cran Craft Soda. Now I'm getting this. I got the town over. They got a little soda shop, candy shop that I just found. So I'm just buying stuff and I'm just going to start injecting stuff with anything. So we're going to get this other half of this bird injected with this cherry cran and pump her full. I mean, worst can happen, it just runs out. So we're going to get that all, well, I think, injected. Let's pat that baby down. You can see with that breastbone gone, that lays just a little flatter. Got a nice little cleavage going on. I shouldn't have said that, my wife. Anyway, let's rub her down. Like I said, go heavy. We're going to build a bark. We're not scared to have a dark turkey. We don't have to have a pretty turkey for a picture. So, there we go. We got to go put her on the grill. No, we're going to put her on the Outlaw today. We're using a little stick burner. So, we're going to get her on. And if you're familiar with a stick burner, the heat comes from that big box, goes out this pipe on this end. So, it's like a turbo jet of heat just going right down the other side. So, let's put the legs towards there. That way, it'll be like a little ramp, heat to go over it. This is my attempt to get a better shot with no shadows. That ain't gonna work. So we'll move on. 300 degrees, what we're gonna cook at. We're using a little MOJO lump charcoal for the heat. And we're gonna throw in some hickory along the way for the smoke. Here we are at an hour in. I think the turkey's looking pretty good. But I wanna add just one more flavor to it, and that's gonna be butter. I've got a stick of butter melted here, and I'm gonna try my best to get it all on there. And if you knew how much pain I was in with that heat in this cooker, you'd appreciate the turkey basting. But to this point, you know, if you wanna stop your turkey from browning, you can just take you some tin foil, lay it over, make you a little tent, and it'll be a pretty bird. But I ain't worried about pretty bird. So let's get this thing probed up, because we want to make sure we get it off when the breasts are just perfect. And that would be, get her closed down here, that'll be at 162 degrees. Why 162? Because people here go 162, 165. I just want to hit it in between. And I feel like here I need to show you this bird once I got it off. And I think she looks pretty daggone good myself. That bark looks delicious. Alrighty, so we're going to break this bird down. I'm not good at carving turkeys, so I'm just going to cut to the chase, take off the 4 side appendages. This is where that removal of the breastbone comes in handy too. Look, you can just cut it right down the middle. Now we got to get the rib cage off, and that's something I may try next year, is cutting that rib cage out before I cook it, because we'll have all kinds of more room for flavor. Alright, so we're going to try it. This side here is with that orange jigger. So I want to try it. Let me tell you, the skin on this bird is amazing. It's got your peppers, your salts, got a little sweetness. But the inside, that side had just a little orange flavor. You know, I may change my mind about this turkey. It may be pretty good stuff. So let's over here this cherry cran, which is supposed to be, I guess, you know, cranberry. I think that's Thanksgiving, or is that Christmas? Anyway, I believe, my opinion, this one takes the cake. It's the best. I go ahead, you know, I may try this again, inject the whole bird with it next year. So here's what that's my turkey for this year. Just try it. Don't be scared to go to your local soda shop or anywhere and just buy things that you like the taste of and use it in your cooking. Just have fun with it. And if I don't see you again, hey, happy Thanksgiving. Love you guys.